In the heart of Texas, nestled amidst the rugged landscape, lies the chilling legend of the Wolf Girl of Devil's River. It is a tale that has echoed through generations, sending shivers down the spines of those who dare to venture near the haunted Espantosa Lake. This eerie campfire story harks back to the 1800s, when the Wild West was still untamed and filled with mysteries beyond human comprehension. Espantosa Lake was a place shrouded in darkness, both literally and figuratively. Travelers steered clear of its treacherous waters, afraid of the ghostly fog that veiled the lake each night. Whispers of spectral apparitions and eerie howls resonated through the air, warning all who approached to keep their distance. The legend took root in the year 1845, when a young boy named Jacob, with an adventurous spirit, found himself wandering near Espantosa Lake. Drawn by curiosity, he peered into the dense mist, his heart pounding with excitement and fear. As if summoned by his presence, an unsettling scene unfolded before his eyes. Through the ghostly fog, Jacob glimpsed a ghastly sight, a young girl, unclothed and surrounded by a pack of ravenous wolves. His breath caught in his throat as he watched her tear into a freshly slain goat, her eyes gleaming with a feral hunger. The boy's mind reeled with disbelief and terror as he witnessed this grotesque scene. Word of Jacob's encounter quickly spread throughout the nearby town, reaching the ears of a group of cowboys. Determined to unravel the mystery and protect their community, they set out to find the girl and bring her to justice. Armed with ropes and shackles, they rode toward Espantosa Lake, their hearts filled with resolve. It wasn't long before the cowboys stumbled upon the young girl and her lupin companions. Swiftly, they moved to capture her, their intentions veiled in a mix of curiosity and fear. The wolf girl fought with an animalistic ferocity, clawing and biting at her captors. But outnumbered and outmatched, she was subdued and confined within a makeshift shack. The town celebrated their triumph, believing they had saved themselves from an unknown threat. However, the sinister secret that lay within the wolf girl's nature was far from extinguished. In the dead of night, when the moon hung high in the sky, the shack's timbers groaned under her restless struggle. With supernatural agility, the wolf girl slipped her bindings, her wolf pack howling in triumphant chorus. Free once more, she vanished into the darkness, leaving behind nothing but an empty space and a lingering sense of dread. Despite numerous attempts to find her, the wolf girl eluded capture, becoming an enigma that would haunt the region for years to come. Some claimed to have seen her fleeting figure in the shadows, while others swore they heard her mournful cries carried by the wind. To this day, the legend of the Wolf Girl of Devil's River endures, a cautionary tale of the unknown lurking in the depths of the wilderness. Travelers passing through the haunted Espantosa Lake heed the age-old advice, choosing alternate paths to avoid the ghostly fog and the chilling presence that may still roam its shores. And so, the tale lives on, whispered around campfires, captivating the imaginations of those who dare to listen. The Wolf Girl, forever etched in the annals of Texas folklore, a haunting reminder that some mysteries are best left undisturbed. Before we continue, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. In the ancient land of Mexico, where myths and legends wove through the tapestry of everyday life, a tale as sorrowful as the night sky unfolded, a tale of La Llorona, the weeping woman. Whispers of her haunting presence and mournful cries filled the air, chilling the hearts of those who listened. Long ago, there lived a woman named Maria, blessed with beauty that rivaled the roses in bloom. She had 2 children, whom she cherished above all else. But tragedy struck when her husband fell under the spell of another woman's love, forsaking Maria and their children. Consumed by anguish and rage, Maria's love turned to sorrow, her sorrow to madness. Overwhelmed by grief and desperate for solace, she ventured to the river's edge, where she cried out to the heavens, her wails echoing through the night. It was said that the river, her constant companion, transformed Maria into a spectral figure, a ghostly apparition known as La Llorona. Forever trapped in the in-between, she roamed the riverside, searching for her lost children, her anguished cries blending with the rustling of the reeds. In the villages that dotted the riverbanks, the tale of La Llorona was passed down through generations. Parents would caution their children, warning them not to stray too close to the water's edge. For the weeping woman, in her grief-stricken state, would mistake unsuspecting children for her own, snatching them away, forever lost to the world. On a moonlit night, when the air was heavy with anticipation, a young girl named Isabella dared to challenge the warnings. Drawn by curiosity and an unyielding spirit, she crept toward the river, her steps guided by both fear and fascination. As Isabella approached the water's edge, a chilling wind swept through the trees, carrying with it the echoes of sorrow. Trembling, she hesitated, her heart torn between heeding the tales and her desire to understand the depths of La Llorona's pain. Suddenly, from the mist that veiled the riverbank, a figure emerged, a woman draped in a flowing white gown, her eyes red from endless weeping. It was La Llorona herself, her presence suffused with an otherworldly aura. Fear gripped Isabella's heart, but compassion stirred within her. She sensed the depth of La Llorona's anguish, the weight of her loss. In a moment of rare bravery, Isabella approached the weeping woman, her voice trembling as she spoke words of empathy and understanding. La Llorona paused, her tear-filled eyes meeting Isabella's gaze. In that fleeting moment, a glimmer of recognition flickered within her ethereal form. She sensed the purity of Isabella's intentions, her genuine desire to comprehend the depths of maternal love. The weeping woman, touched by Isabella's compassion, revealed a hint of her true self. Her spectral figure softened, her mournful cries subsided. For a brief moment, the two souls, one living, one trapped in the realm of the supernatural, found solace in their shared understanding. As the night drew to a close, Isabella bid farewell to La Llorona, their encounter forever etched in her memory. From that day forward, the riverside was no longer a place of fear, but a reminder of the power of empathy and the unbreakable bond of a mother's love. The tale of La Llorona continued to be told, but with a newfound perspective. Parents would share the legend with their children, emphasizing the importance of compassion and the consequences of unchecked grief. And in the quiet moments of the night, when the moon bathed the river in silver light, whispers of the weeping woman's name carried a touch of understanding and a sliver of hope. For even in the darkest corners of despair, the legend of La Llorona reminded all who listened that love, forgiveness, and compassion could transcend the boundaries of life and death, offering redemption to those who were lost. In the heart of the Pacific Ocean, amidst the lush greenery and vibrant beauty of the Hawaiian Islands, a chilling legend whispered through the island breeze, a tale of the Hawaiian night marchers, the vengeful spirits of ancient warriors. According to the ancient lore, as the sun dipped below the horizon and twilight painted the sky in shades of purple and gold, the night marchers emerged from their ethereal slumber. Rising from the depths of the ocean, they donned their ancestral armor, adorned with feathers and wielding weapons of war. With a resolute purpose, they began their spectral procession, marching towards the sites of long-forgotten battles. The legend warned that the night marchers were not to be trifled with, for their wrath was swift and unforgiving. Mortals who crossed their path were condemned to a violent fate, their lives extinguished in an instant. It was said that even the mere act of gazing upon the night marchers spelled doom, a fatal encounter that no human could survive. In the island village of Kealoha, nestled amidst the emerald hills and azure waters, a young man named Kikoa grew up hearing tales of the night marchers. His heart swelled with both trepidation and curiosity as he listened to the elders recount their haunting encounters. The stories permeated his dreams, filling his mind with images of ghostly warriors marching in unison. One moonlit night, with a mix of fear and bravado, Kikoa ventured to the edge of the ancient battlefield where the night marchers were said to tread. The night air was heavy with anticipation as he observed the dark ocean waves crashing against the rugged coastline. As the final rays of sunlight disappeared, the haunting sound of distant drumbeats filled the air. Unbeknownst to Kikoa, his path had unwittingly crossed with that of the night marchers. The spirits, veiled in a shroud of darkness, approached him with solemn determination. Sensing their presence, a shiver raced down Kikoa's spine, his heart pounding against his chest. In that moment, Kikoa faced a decision that would shape his destiny. Fear gripped his senses, urging him to avert his gaze and flee to safety. Yet, a sense of defiance stirred within him, a refusal to cower in the face of the supernatural. He chose to stand his ground, looking directly into the piercing eyes of the night marchers. The world seemed to freeze as time stood still. Kikoa's eyes locked with the spectral figures before him, their ethereal visages shimmering with an otherworldly light. The night marchers hesitated, their expressions a mix of surprise and recognition. A gust of wind swept through the battlefield, carrying with it a whispered voice, a voice filled with ancient wisdom and a touch of sorrow. The leader of the night marchers, recognizing Kikoa's defiance and fearlessness, made a choice. In a gesture of mercy, he raised his hand, signaling his warriors to step aside. Kikoa's heart raced as the night marchers, their solemn procession uninterrupted, continued their march past him. They vanished into the night, their footsteps blending with the rhythmic beat of the ocean waves. Kikoa stood there, unharmed and forever changed by the encounter. From that day forward, the legend of the Hawaiian night marchers took on a different meaning in Kealoha. The village came to understand that it was not just fear that dictated their encounters, but the intentions and actions of those who crossed their path. The spirits honored bravery, resilience, and a willingness to confront the unknown. Kikoa became a symbol of courage and reverence within the village. His tale inspired others to face their fears head-on, and generations to come would recount his encounter with both awe and admiration. The legend of the Hawaiian night marchers lived on, a reminder of the delicate balance between mortal and spirit. It taught the people of Kealoha that sometimes, even in the face of the supernatural, the human spirit could prevail. And as the moon rose high in the sky, the drumbeats of the night marchers echoed through time, carrying the weight of ancient battles and the resilience of a courageous young man.